When I woke, I thought the water in the tub was warm. It wasn't. It was my own blood. The tile beneath me was slick, crimson swirling toward the drain like silk ribbons. My chest burned where the knife had struck again and again, 17 times. I would learn later. I counted the wounds by the uneven, wet gasps that escaped me. She was standing over me, my wife, phone in hand, smiling. "Say cheese," she whispered, and the flash went off. The man beside her laughed, a sound far too casual for what they had done. He called me a fool, said I should have knocked first. They left, leaving the light on. I heard their footsteps fade, the door slam, the silence that followed. My vision blurred, but the sound of her heels remained. 3 steps, pause, 3 more. Like punctuation to a sentence I hadn't finished reading. I tried to move. My fingers found the edge of the phone tucked under the cabinet. I pressed one number, the only one that mattered. He answered on the first ring. "Brother," I rasped, choking on my own blood. "Black site them. No bodies. No evidence. Make them vanish, forever." The phone slipped from my hand. The world went black. The hospital called me lucky. I didn't feel lucky. They called it a home invasion. I said nothing. I watched her cry on television, big fake tears. She begged for justice, called me her sweet husband, claimed strangers had attacked me. The crowd sympathized. Cameras flashed. She looked radiant in grief. I almost admired the performance. Almost. That night my brother came to see me. He said nothing at first, just looked at the stitches, the tubes, the scars that would never fade. "You sure?" he asked finally. I nodded. "No, just clean work." He understood. Words had meant little in our childhood home, but silence meant everything. He left the room. By the time I was discharged, he was already in motion. I didn't go home. Not yet. I rented a small apartment downtown, paid in cash. I watched her from a distance. Morning runs, social appearances, the way she held hands with him in the parking lot of the motel where they had planned my death. Every move predictable. Every lie rehearsed. I memorized her patterns: when she left, when she called, when she thought she was alone. I didn't call my brother again. I didn't need to. I knew he was watching too. Sometimes I saw the same black SUV parked across from the house, tinted windows, no plates, a wordless message. Each night I lay awake, listening to the hum of the city. My wounds itched, burned, healed, but the memory never faded. It pulsed under my skin, reminding me who I had been. The fool in the bathtub. The man who loved a monster. It happened on a Thursday. I was reading when the call came. "Done," my brother said. No explanation. Just the weight in his voice, the kind that comes only after seeing things disappear. That night, I drove to the lake where we used to take photos together. The wind was cold. The water black and still. I threw her wedding ring in first. It sank immediately, no ripple. Then the phone, the one she used to film me bleeding out. I had retrieved it before leaving that day. Her last photo. Me naked, dying in the tub, her shadow over me. I deleted it slowly. One press, one eraser. Then I stared at the empty screen. "You're gone," I whispered. For the first time in months it felt true. The papers called it a double disappearance. Her and her lover. No trace, no witnesses. The police searched her car, her office, his apartment. Nothing. Just void. Friends reached out, asking if I was okay, saying I must be devastated. I told them grief comes in waves. They didn't know it was the tide turning. My brother came by a week later. No words. He placed a small black drive on the table. "Just in case," he said. I never opened it. Some things don't need to be seen to be understood. He left. I poured a drink and stared at the wall for hours. The silence was heavier than any scream. 6 months have passed. The scars have faded to pale lines. My pulse is steady. My hands don't shake. Sometimes I wake and smell the bleach from that night. Sometimes her face appears in reflections that aren't mine. But mostly there is quiet. I live in it now, like a man finally out of the storm, still tasting the rain. People say revenge doesn't bring peace. They're wrong. It brings balance. When I look in the mirror, I don't see a victim anymore. Just a man who finished what they started. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe to Cheating Stories Insight World for more gripping stories.